You know what we're supposed to do with a tree if we have one and we know find out we're not supposed to do it? You have any idea what we're supposed to do with it? Yeah, if you have a Christmas tree and you know find out that, hey, we ain't supposed to celebrate Christmas, we're supposed to have a tree in our house decked with silver and gold. How are you going to read that? Nah, we got to throw it away because guess what? Somebody going to see that in the dustbin and pick it up. Let me hear what the scripture says. Deuteronomy 7 and 25. Because everything inside of here, you know? Everything inside of here. It's a pictogram because, you know, our people, we learn by sight. We see things and we focus on it. If we just tell them, they wouldn't understand. Right.
And you say, well, look, the white man was the Pope his son or something like that.
Right, Pope Alexander the Sixth of Rome.
Right. Well, let's do the same thing. This man who got that, is it was himself or his son or his father he put it?
He put the image of a black man with white woolly hair to give a representation of what the scripture says. That is it.
Abraham.
I kind of see that right now.
Who is my father.
Right? But who were the Syrians? What race were they? Alright, let me go in the Bible and show you real quick. Give me Daniel first, and then give me Revelation 1. Why is that? Levi, yeah. And what time is it not Amerindians? In the biblical days? With the 12 tribes of Israel? They were not known as Amerindians back then. They were known as Ephraim, Manasseh, Zebulun, Naphtali, Asher, Gad, Reuben. That was their name back then. They were not over here at that point in time. They left from the Assyrian captivity. We have the records where they came over on this side. They had nobody over here. The scripture tells us that this place was called Aseret, where never mankind dwelt. So they came across, and they came across with tablets with the Hebrew writings of the commandments on them. Now here let's first. Everything is one thing at a time.
Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garments was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame.
Go to, I want the sun now. Give me Revelation 1 and 14. Because this is a depiction of what the scripture describes as the sun. Now the Father has that thick woolly here, right? Go to 14 then.
Revelation chapter 1 verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Head and his hairs on his face were white like wool.
As white as snow.
White in color, read.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes was a flame of fire because he drank wine. That was his first miracle.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
The fine brass,
As if they burned in a furnace.
feet were brown in color as if they were burnt in a furnace, very dark brown. And once you see the color of your foot, you see the color of the rest of your body. That is the depiction there. A man with red eyes, white woolly hair, white beard, and skin like burnt in a furnace. Right. Right.
According to the Bible, real enemy, Satan, the dragon, the old serpent, right? Right? Everybody like the friendly Chinese, they call me Chinese with a nastiness. That nasty thing is about them. We have about 40 dragon here.
Yeah.
What number? What did the dragon the red house to make a set noise?
It was Pagan a bit to be up the
Alright, remember, but they put up 40 dragon and we celebrated that. And we rejoiced over that. All the politicians talking, but nobody is talking about it like the friendly Chinese.
But before that, it had the Valley Nagar. It had the Indian Expo. Before we go to the Chinese.
Okay. No, this spot has been right?
Right.
That street. It had a name already.
Right.
Why you imposing the force point on the people?
On what people?
The nation.
No, what? You see, what our people still don't understand, that this place is not created for us. They don't seek our interest here.
So when so you see nothing wrong with that?
Of course something wrong with it. But what I'm trying to show you is that the government is not for you. And yet our people going and vote Monday. The government doesn't. Government come, government go. What do they do for our people?
Sell you out.
So then why are you confused by that?
But you should be talking about that.
We have talked about it till we get blue in the face.
Are you confused? But are displeased?
No, you're displeased. Yes, we all are displeased. But what this is to show us is that this place is not for us. This place, there's nothing that was done to benefit us in this place.
You never say son of man. Alright. You see danger.
Right.
You're telling people about it. You okay. But you see the danger. And you won't tell the people about it. No, that is Ezekiel. The son of man, you are what?
We know that Ezekiel. We know that. When something has to show something.
The book of Hosea, chapter 5 and verse 15.
Right.
I will go and return to my place till thou acknowledge their offense and seek my face.
Till we acknowledge our sin against the Most High and repent and come back to Him, He's going to continue to afflict us. Read.
In their affliction,
Our affliction,
they will seek me early.
when we're oppressed, when we're in tribulation, that's when we will come back to the Most High. He said we will seek Him early, because all He wants is for us to come back and serve Him. Alright, that now. Hold on, one more precept.
We talking about when you see the danger then.
Yes.
And you ain't warn the people.
People have been warned already.
The book of Job, chapter 36 and verse 15.
Right?
He delivered the poor in this affliction.
He delivers the poor in their affliction. So you have to be afflicted first in order for Him to deliver you in your affliction. Read.
And open it, their ears in the oppression.
And then He will open our ears while we're in oppression. Because only after our people see that sign, when that sign went up, the amount of people come and ask questions about the Bible, then you ain't seen it again. Something else had to happen for them to come and ask about it. The Syrians and them had to name Henry Street Little Syria. And then they will come again.
Alright. If the Syrian, the 1% had the privilege to do that, but yet they must still have the decency in all the wickedness and do that. But the Chinese do that. You know what it is? That demonic base there.
Yeah, because all of our people are demons, right? We bog down with demons.
You don't know what they plan there, what they put in.
Of course, we don't know where they're putting it.
Right.
But give me Deuteronomy and Leviticus. Now, Numbers 23. They could do what they want below. They could put dead bodies, they could put bones, crossbones down below, the skulls of the ancestors. They could do what they want. All we have to do is keep the commandments and this will come to pass.
But at least it's supposed to be more people. You can't this long time.
Numbers chapter 23 verse 23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob.
He said, surely there is no enchantment against Jacob. Read.
Neither is there any divination against Israel.
Neither is there any divination against Israel. But which Negro walking around with a call themselves Israel? Those are keeping the commandments, right?
You say Negro now, we have African descent.
We are not of African descent.
Huh?
We are not of African descent.
What is it?
So look at this here. These are the bills I say when they brought our people over here. Why you don't see African ever on one of those advertisements with the people coming across here series? Hold on. We're talking about people that came across here on slave ships. You will never see Africans for sale. Why? You know why? Because we are not Africans. We are Israelites. That's what we are. It's two different races of people. Give me Exodus 11 and 7. And then give me these on the one compared by the dictionary.
He had no enchantment. If it had no enchantment, the Lord still wouldn't say, Son of Man. Again, I watch one that warning.
Yeah.
People when they see it. That is not an excuse to me.
Exodus chapter 11 verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
The Hamites and the Israelites. We might look alike, but we're two completely different sets of people. Right? No. No. The thing is still sticking on is that nobody making noise and telling people about these signs there. It's not that they're afraid of the Chinese. These things have to come to pass for us to realize that this place is not for us. This is not our home. This is not our place of rest.
Yes, okay. This is not your place to home
right.
rest, right?
Yes.
But you are your house. So don't mind, it's not your place for rest.
Right.
You can watch rat come in your house and say,
of course they wouldn't. You see, we still thinking this is our land. This is not our land.
Okay. Right?
That's what the scripture say. Our people are like children. You're trying to explain something to you, you're not getting it. You still want to fight for a place that is not yours. It does not make sense. What you're fighting here for? Like you going and march and they go and take you serious. They don't care what Negroes do. Because after we done march, we're going right there in Chinatown and buy the merchandise. You're not making sense. Jeez. Something wrong with our people. They call the place China because they want niggas out. They just want niggas to come and buy and go their way. That's why they call it Chinatown. That's the purpose. To make merchandise of you, and they just make the money and you go away then giving nothing back in our community. But you want to go and protest because they're calling that place Chinatown. You want to go and protest to say, you know what? We want fair treatment for Negroes in Trinidad. You want to go and protest for that. You're protesting for a name of a place that's not even yours? Come on. They're not making sense. Jeez. All people will not. They fight for simple little things. Simple things. How about the kingdom? How about worry about the kingdom? You say about Charlotte Street? You want to fight for Charlotte? Really? Charlotte Street is owned by the Chinese. If you didn't know, it's owned by the Chinese. But you want to go and fight to get the sign Chinatown down. How about you fight for your people? You go and pick the government to start taking the homeless Negroes on the streets and putting them in homes and giving them jobs. How about that? How about getting gainful employment for your people? How about that? No. You want to fight for Chinatown. What the hell is this? Something really wrong with our people, isn't it? Read Jeremiah 4:22 again to me. You understand? It's madness. That's theirs. But the problem that he have is that he wouldn't say he find that Negroes here so long and we have nothing of our own. But then come up and say that. We will show you in the scriptures why that is. Because this is not our home, this is not our place of rest. This is our prison without walls. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22.
Read.
For my people is foolish.
My people is foolish. Read.
They have not known me.
They have not known the Most High. Read.
They are sottish children.
They are what?
Sottish children.
They are extremely foolish. And they're like babies. They don't know anything. Read.
And they have none understanding.
They have what?
None understanding.
Like you can't understand. They named the place Chinatown because it's owned by the Chinese. How hard is that to understand? The Diwali Nagar and the Indian Expo, it's owned by the East Indians. How hard is that to understand? You vex because they named their place that they own Chinatown. Really? But guess what? Monday morning, he's self going right there next week and buy something in Chinatown. He wouldn't say, you know what? They call it Chinatown and not going there and buy anything. Right there you're going. And then Monday morning you go and vote for PNM or UNC. Sottish. That is the height of sottishness. You're angry, but you're still going there. I have no choice. I vex, but I want to spend my money by chin. The hell is this? If you're vexed, start your own business. That is the best way to get back at them. Stop going in the places to buy the stuff. But you're going there to buy still. Morning, brother, what's going on? Yeah, celebrate Christmas, put chat. No? How can you celebrate Christmas? But here is the hard part. A lot of our people know it's pagan, but guess what they're doing? They're doing it anyway.